Hello, beloveds. Today we are going to move through a meditation to drop into the body a little deeper, slow down the mind, to surrender, to ground, to release, to bring more harmony and presence into our life. So the mind can be very limiting, so limiting that it keeps us in this small box. And I want to bring the mind into the body so that we can listen to what the body has to say, what the body has to show you, where you might be holding emotion, where there may be some tightness, and an awareness around our own touch, something that a lot of us did not get to receive very much of last year. So starting out, find yourself a space to either sit or lay down, making sure that the spine is straight up and down. You're not sinking into the lower back. You're lifted through the crown and soft in the heart. And if you're lying down, just bring a little slight tuck of the pelvis upward so that your back can be more flat. I do recommend not using a pillow. We want the spine to be aligned and straight, and I don't want the throat to be cut off in any way. Let's get started. Let's start out by closing the eyes. Taking some deep breaths. And let these breaths just be easy, be soft. They don't need to be anything specific, just breathing a little deeper than your natural breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So I'm going to invite you to take 5 really deep breaths in and exhale out on a little bit of a quicker pace. So it's going to be more like this. Okay, so let's all come together. Exhale all of the air out. And here we go. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then just settling back into your soft, natural breath, feeling that little bit of a shift that may have occurred, feeling if there's some warmth or space, letting yourself ground even more into the presence. Starting to find that rhythm with your breath that is beyond your natural breath, but is conscious. So the inhales in the nose and the exhales through the mouth. And the most important is to not judge yourself as you may drop back into the mind here and there. Just bring your awareness back to the breath. So I want you to bring your palms together, just like as if you were in prayer, and start rubbing them together. Rubbing the hands, feeling the heat start to build. A little faster, pressing the hands together a little more. Remembering that conscious breath. And release the hands and put them right over the heart. And just feel, just breathe. Feel the warmth of your palms onto your heart. Being aware of what comes forth, what the feelings are, what the thoughts are, and just letting them be observed. Let them melt away, giving yourself the permission to be present right now. soft, gentle breaths. So next, I want you to just relax your hands down beside you or onto your thighs or your knees. And in your mind's eye, thinking about what type of touch do you crave? What type of touch makes you feel loved and honored and nurtured? Now some, it may be just a very soft, light tickle. It might be a little scratch with the nails. It might be more of a pressure, like a massage. Or maybe it's just some sweet, tender hands on your face. So just tuning in, what is the desire you have around touch? And this is about your touch. When was the last time that you intentionally brought awareness around your touch? So if you have long sleeves on or a blanket, I want you to just bring your arms out, roll the sleeves up. And just starting out with a gentle touch of your own, I want you to see how much you can bring your awareness to just the touch. Not about tomorrow's job or the laundry that needs to get done or the phone call that you have to make. See how present you can be with just your touch. So bringing your right hand onto the left arm, and just gently caress or rub or tickle, whatever the touch you are craving. Start by bringing that in and just breathing into your awareness. Touching the skin with your fingertips. Touching your skin with your whole hand. Feeling into what is here. Feeling how much you can actually drop in to just your touch. The mind is quite busy, has a lot of distraction, a lot to pull us out of this really deep body awareness. So just be kind and gentle. No expectations. Just caressing and feeling what it's like. Now resting the hands back down onto your thighs or beside you, checking back in. How many times did you go in and out of your mind within that first minute of touch? Were you able to stay fully aware and embodied with your hand caressing your arm? This practice is so powerful to bring ourselves into more awareness within presence. It's a beautiful practice to show us where we are just all over the place within the mind. So just like anything else, it takes practice. Keep bringing yourself back to the body, back to the body. Dropping the mind into the body. So let's try again. Now bringing the left hand onto the right arm. I want you to just gently caress. Gently feel the texture of your skin, the veins, maybe the hair, maybe where your clothing or your blanket meets your skin. Focusing on the breath and the touch. Give yourself this very loving, gentle arm massage. Fully surrendered. Fully released into your trust. observing, letting your mind forget about the time and just ease into your presence. Ease into the sensation of your touch. It's so innocent, so gentle, so sweet. But yet we don't give it to ourselves very often. We don't realize how much we go into our minds when we're trying to slow down and be present. So I just invite you to observe. So let's take 3 intentional, slow, deep inhales and exhaling through the mouth, just being aware of your touch. One more. Now bringing the breath back to that gentle, soft, natural breath. And checking in. How many times were you able to catch yourself going back into the mind and away from your awareness, away from the ease of your present moment of giving yourself this gentle touch? The first time that I did this practice, it was like every second and a half, my mind would just wander. So I kept practicing and practicing, bringing more awareness to different parts of my body, to caress my neck or maybe my leg or maybe even a foot massage. Being so present with my mind and how much control it had over me. So like that, this practice is something that can bring you into such a deep state of awareness within your body that you can start to listen deeper. You can start to feel more. And you can start to really communicate with the body. So I invite you to now bring your hands onto any part of the body that is feeling that it wants to have some touch, some awareness, some love. And just take a moment. If it's not popping out to you right away, just tune in, start to put your hand over different parts of the body. And it could be anything. It could be your knee, your elbow. And now I want you to shift your awareness around receiving your touch and receiving your breath. And how that may or may not help you surrender into this practice a little deeper. So wherever your hands are now, I want you to fully and completely start to awaken within you what it is that you are seeking. What type of touch are you craving? And on the next exhale, let's begin. Starting the movement of your touch in this area of your body. Starting to feel the sensations. Maybe you get chills. Feel how it relaxes you. Or maybe it feels uncomfortable because this area of your body hasn't had intentional touch for a very long time or ever. So this here is a gift. This is something we can give ourselves daily. So stay in tune with the breath, receiving the breath, and shifting the awareness around receiving your touch. tickling, caressing, massaging, scratching, whatever form it is. Just tuning in to what it's like to receive. Few more moments. Stay with it. Stay in tune. Stay aware. Just feel. Just awaken your feeling receptors. Couple more breaths, receiving it in and relaxing into your exhales. Feel these beautiful breaths nurturing the body, nurturing and inspiring your touch. And on this next exhale, bring yourself back to stillness. Tuning back in, checking back in. What has shifted? How do you feel? Has anything changed? Are you irritable or are you more soft? Is there frustration? Or is there just this ease? Now again, non-judgmental. There's no room for you to bring any of that within this space. Because all there is for us to be aware, for us to see and feel and know where we need to bring our attention, where we need to bring more focus. So I ask, how many times did you drop into the mind? How many times in this round of touch did the mind distract you? Was it easy for you to bring your awareness back to the touch and back to your breath? So just being present, listening, and having faith in the process of this embodiment work. It's about slowing down, it's about tuning in, and it's about listening. How much more is there for you to expand into? So wiping away any frustration or judgment that may have come through, because the mind is a very powerful muscle. We're going to do one more round. Bring ourselves back into that pleasure of the softness of our touch. The accepting all of the parts of you, the getting out of the judging mind, and seeing yourself with ease in your presence. So now picking a different part of your body and bringing your hands to that space. And just resting the hands there. Tune in, feel into that space of the body. See if there's anything here that is present. Breathe, stay connected to your breath. Now starting to move the hands. And I invite you to try a different type of touch. If you've been doing very soft, light, little tickles on the skin, maybe try to do a little more of a scratch. Or maybe the whole hand rubbing onto this area. Receiving the breath, receiving your touch. Caressing that easeful, gentle touch. What realization will you let yourself have in this practice? What realization is here for you to feel, to see, to embody? Keep moving. Keep the hands caressing, scratching, tickling. A few more breaths. Softening even more. Giving yourself this touch that you crave, that you seek. If we don't know how we want to be touched and loved, how are we able to call that into our lives? How are we to share that with our partner? So that's another layer of this practice. So softening even deeper, slowing it down, making sure that the touch that you're giving yourself is in full awareness. Losing that time and space reality, just being so present with your body and your touch. Couple more breaths. Keep that nurturing love within you, processing through, grounding you deeper into your greatness. Accepting all of the parts of you. And bring yourself back to stillness. Relax the hands, the arms beside you or on your legs. And check back in. How was that? Now that we've been breathing and dropping into the body for a few moments, maybe it was a little deeper or easier for you. Maybe it was more frustrating. Maybe it was more in your head and in the mind. Take this moment to just be present with whatever showed itself and came through for you. Not a worry in the world about doing anything right, perfect. There is no right or wrong within this practice. This is about you tuning in. This is about you checking into where you are at right now. Is it uncomfortable for you to just bring gentle touch to your own body? Is the mind just too busy? Or has this been just a pleasureful, beautiful experience for you to drop into something you haven't for months and months and months? And a beautiful reminder of how you can surrender into your touch. You can surrender into the body and be guided. Feeling into that space, feeling into what's present, dropping the judgments. Now bringing your hands back to prayer. Palms pressing together, start to rub them, rubbing the palms, clearing the energy. Deepening the breath a little bit. Release some fire with those exhales. And then bring the hands to the body wherever your body is calling. Settling into that warm touch of stillness, of presence, Now within your mind's eye, I want you to just say to yourself 3 affirmations, whatever they are. I am abundant. I trust myself, and I am confident in my being. Beautiful work today, you guys. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. I hope that you were able to find some sort of relaxation or some sort of pleasure within your own soft touch to bring you into more awareness of your body and your present moment. Thank you so much. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Bye-bye.